A McDonald's that served customers for 30 years has just shut its doors for good. Not because the food was bad, not because customers stopped showing up. The franchise owner said himself, "The numbers simply don't work anymore." I'm Eric, and this is the Eric News Channel. Before we go any further, I need you to do something right now. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and leave a comment telling me which state you're watching from. Share this video with everyone you know. What you're about to see is happening in real time across California, and it's spreading. Scott Roderick ran a McDonald's at Stonestown Galleria in San Francisco for 3 decades. 30 years selling Big Macs, Happy Meals, and McFlurries. In June 2024, he posted a goodbye notice on the door. In it, he wrote that unprecedented changes in California's economic environment, combined with poorly timed legislative mandates, dramatically narrowed the restaurant's path forward. In plain English, it stopped being profitable. He described the closure as devastating for his family. This wasn't a decision made in some distant corporate boardroom. This was a man who spent 30 years building a business and watching it disappear. And he's not alone. Over the past 18 months, California's fast food industry has lost between 10,000 and 23,000 jobs, depending on the study. Pizza Hut laid off 1,200 delivery drivers before the new wage law even took effect. Rubio shut down 48 locations and filed for bankruptcy twice in just 4 years. More than 500,000 fast food workers across the state have been affected. People who saw their jobs, hours, and paychecks change almost overnight. So what is really happening to California's fast food industry? Before we continue, tell me, where are you watching from? Do you still eat at McDonald's? I want to know. If you want to understand why your Big Mac costs what it does today, stay with me, because the numbers explain everything that's happening to fast food in America. On April 1st, 2024, California's minimum wage for fast food workers jumped from $16 to $20 an hour. That's a 25% increase overnight for chains with 60 or more locations nationwide. We're talking about more than 500,000 workers across roughly 30,000 restaurants, a population larger than many U.S. states. On the surface, $20 an hour sounds great. That's about $41,600 a year for full-time work. But the data tells a different story. In July 2025, the National Bureau of Economic Research, with economists from UC San Diego and Texas A&M, released a study showing the sector lost roughly 18,000 jobs compared to what would have happened without the wage increase. Employment dropped 2.7%, while fast food jobs continued to grow in the rest of the country. Economist Christopher Thornburg from Beacon Economics estimated even higher losses, 23,100 jobs in a single year. California's Employment Development Department later revised its figures, reporting a decline of 21,500 jobs in limited service restaurants. And here's the part nobody expected. A study funded by the same union that pushed for the wage increase, conducted by the Berkeley Research Group, also found job losses. About 10,700 positions disappeared. They called it the steepest decline this century outside the Great Recession and the pandemic. 3 different studies, different numbers. Same conclusion. Jobs were lost. And it didn't even start when the law went into effect. The layoffs began earlier. In December 2023, Pizza Hut franchises looked at the calendar, ran the numbers, and made a decision. They filed notices eliminating every single delivery driver position. Companies like Pack Pizza and Southern California Pizza Company cut more than 1,200 jobs across multiple counties. One driver who worked for Pizza Hut for 9 years told Business Insider he received just $400 in severance. That's about $44 per year of loyalty. After that, customers were forced to use DoorDash, Grubhub, or Uber Eats. Pizza Hut essentially passed the problem on. And Pizza Hut wasn't alone. Have you noticed restaurants disappearing near you? Drop a comment and tell me which ones closed in your area. Now, let's talk about Rubio's Coastal Grill, the company that invented the fish taco. Founded in San Diego in 1983, it once had nearly 200 locations. On May 31st, 2024, Rubio's closed 48 California restaurants in a single day. Employees showed up to work only to find out they no longer had jobs. 5 days later, the company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy with over $1 billion in debt and less than $30 million in cash. It was their second bankruptcy in 4 years. The company cited declining foot traffic, work-from-home trends, rising food and utility costs, and significant minimum wage increases. Translation: fewer customers, higher costs, and a business model that stopped working. Rubio's was later sold to its lenders for about $40 million, less than half of what private equity paid for it in 2010. Franchise owner numbers make the picture even clearer. Alex Johnson, who operates 10 fast food locations in California, estimated the wage increase would add about $470,000 in labor costs. Scott Roderick, the same franchisee who closed the San Francisco McDonald's, owns 18 locations and raised prices 5% to 7% in just 3 months. He also postponed basic investments like renovations and equipment maintenance. When you're choosing between fixing machines and paying workers, something is fundamentally broken. One closure hit especially hard. A Foster's Freeze in Lemoore, a small town about 3 hours north of Los Angeles. The owner shut it down permanently on the exact day the new wage took effect. Some employees thought it was an April Fool's joke. It wasn't. Assistant manager Monica Navarro said many workers told her they would rather earn $16 an hour than earn nothing at all. Let that sink in. A lower wage is better than no job. And even workers who kept their jobs weren't spared. Studies show that 89% of California fast food workers had their hours reduced. Many also lost benefits. So while the hourly wage went up, monthly income often went down. Prices followed. McDonald's executives openly admitted that higher labor costs in California would lead to price increases. Between September 2023 and December 2024, restaurant prices in California rose 14.5%, nearly double the national average. Today, McDonald's admits that lower-income customers are walking away because eating at home has become cheaper. When the world's biggest fast food chain acknowledges that something has fundamentally changed, not everyone failed. Some families adapted by cutting costs to the extreme, analyzing waste, tracking portions, even counting ketchup packets. That's the new reality. The pattern is clear. Higher costs, higher prices, fewer hours, fewer jobs, and for some businesses, permanent closure. Fast food in California isn't dead, but it's changing fast. And this isn't just about hamburgers. It's about jobs, income, and the future work for millions of families. Which restaurants have disappeared from your neighborhood? Leave a comment and let me know. If this breakdown helped you understand what's happening, subscribe to the Eric News channel and share this video. The decisions being made today will shape the economy for years to come. Stay informed, stay aware, and I'll see you in the next video.